Okay.
I love how it asked me if I want to leave the meeting whenever I'm the one who just pressed the
I
go
know.
live button. I think that's hilarious. And I'm going to keep the stream playing for a minute because I'm hearing how I sound on there.
Okay, so let me get the link. I'm going to embed this. Oh, shoot. Did you allow embedding? I'm not sure if you did.
I don't know if I have on that channel or not. Just
Okay.
copy, just copy the link and then it should be able to be enabled later.
All right. All right, so Taylor's Tech Talks is almost done, folks. We're just putting it up real quick, and then we're going to get started in about 5 minutes or so. Right, Michael?
Exactly.
All right. What tag should I use? I don't even know.
Don't worry about that too much.
All right. Taylor's Tech Talks is up. Okay.
I do wish there was a few more settings for changing your audio quality in the iOS app.
Yeah. Accessibility is next. Are you going to go on Discord, Michael?
Yeah, I'm just about to do that.
What do I use for featured image for accessibility?
Right now, just don't set one. We'll fix that later.
Okay. I just want to at least get this out there. We don't have a category for Techopolis Live.
Yeah, we'll have to fix that.
Yeah. Do you want me to try to add it now or just
put it in an IA cast.
All right, so.
All right. Testing 1 2. Testing my video.
Okay, let me
No
get my
video
chat
for me.
on my. All right, so just. All right, it's up on both sites.
All right. Am I coming through?
Yes, you are.
All right. I don't know why my video is not showing up, but I guess that's going to be okay.
Oh, really? All right, so let me go ahead and get chat going here. And if you're in chat, feel free to say hi. We're going to be monitoring. It's going to be a very interactive show. Oh, Jesus, hold on. I got to copy the link again because, you know. Okay.
Fun times, huh?
Yeah, just a little bit.
All right.
All right.
Well, at least people get a little bit of a pre-show, right?
Yep. Okay. VoiceOver, didn't I tell you to stop? I think I did. All right. We've got 4 people watching.
All right. That's awesome. Thank you so much, folks.
Yep. Did you post in the
Yep.
Discord?
It is in both Programming for Everyone and the iAccessibility community. So that went out to a bunch of people.
Yeah, let me just make sure I can actually see the chat. If anybody's here, folks, feel free to say hi.
Yeah, please say hi. We love new messages, and
Oh, yeah.
hopefully you'll bring new people to our little corner of the internet, as a friend of ours likes to say. Hopefully that friend is watching. Looking at you, Logic.
I do not see the chat. That's a problem. Yeah. I don't see chat. Yeah, I do not see chat at all. Uh-oh. This isn't good. Let me see. Acid Jeff says Logic isn't here, only Acid Jeff, LOL. All right. I got chat, so we're good.
All right. So
We got 5 people watching.
wow, that's awesome.
All right, let's do this, folks. Ready?
Yep, let's do it.
All right. And yeah, we're going to be monitoring chat very closely. So if you have something to say, please feel free.
Exactly. And I know my microphone may be in view, but hey, it's the
Hey, it's live.
Yep, it is live, and this is the best camera. I really want that. Well, we'll talk about that during the show.
Yeah,
all
Michael,
right.
Don't get ahead of yourself.
Right, exactly. All right, let's get this thing.
Also says, hold on. Or am I? Not sure. Not sure your own pay, but yeah, let's get this show on the road, shall we? And if you're not subscribed, feel free to subscribe.
Yes, please do. So 3, 2, 1. Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 4 of Techopolis Live. Can't believe we've already been doing this 4 times, and all that.
Crazy.
So I'm Michael.
And I'm Taylor.
And we're back again for more crazy fun talk about tech. So Taylor, let's talk about our setup. So what are you on today?
Well, remember the MacBook Pro from last week? It's back. My Windows computer has been declining ever since last week. It's gotten to the point where it's practically unusable at this point. So my Mac is my main machine, although my Mac could arguably arguably be unusable itself. But we're going to talk about that in the middle of the show. And I'm not going to give that away just yet because I want you guys to stay around to hear what happened to my Mac this week. But it's here. And I also have a Windows virtual machine. I also have another virtual machine running with Parallels Desktop. And yes, I know a lot of people in the chat are going to probably want to question my sanity. But, well, it's so far working with some command line options and some help from Michael. We've got some chat messages as well. So Your Own Pay says, I'm Michael too. Asajev says, done, done, done.
I think that's actually so. TTS cannot do that justice. I think it's supposed to be dun dun dun.
Oh, well, I apologize. Either way, sorry, y'all. Hashtag TTS fails.
Yeah, but although it'd been hilarious, very hilarious, if he spelled it out DONE DONE DONE. We talk about tech on the show, but we also try to have fun and enjoy ourselves, because that's why we do this thing. It's not we try to give out a lot of information, but it's also meant to have fun as well.
Yep.
So I think it's kind of neat for us to be on different setups each week, so people aren't just like, oh, they're going to be on that every time. So maybe one week we might be on an iPhone. Who knows?
Oh gosh, Michael. Well, yeah, but you might have an iPhone pointing at the ceiling. I mean, I'm just gonna say my video skills on my iPhone are next to none. So
we're like left, right, down, back up,
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I think the episode would have to be named Taylor's Video Fail.
No,
Asajev just asked me if I rolled the sanity check. Man, so, chat is blowing up tonight. I'm loving it.
Yeah, thank you guys for being here in chat. This is really awesome. So we are here today on we're kind of streaming a little later than normal. Because we have been working on getting a few things set up, like Taylor's VM and so tell us about that. Like, so obviously you have to have a VM because you're running on a Mac, but first off, why Parallels and not VMware Fusion?
Well, here's the deal, folks. The problem is that if I was using VMware Fusion, well, it's accessible, and yes, there's a free version of VMware Fusion now, folks. So that's awesome, because if you want to try it, you can do it for free. And I'm just getting blown up with chat messages.
Can you ride the train for free?
No. Nope. Here's the train, guys. It feels like we're getting another episode of JJ's podcast in here. But we both live by train tracks, and so anyways, so I can't ride the train for free, but you can get VMware Fusion Player for free. However, the audio quality is a little bit lackluster. If you watched the stream last night on Taylor's Tech Talks, you will see that the audio kind of stunk. I mean, it was okay, but there was a lot of snap, crackle, pop involved. And I did some recording today for another thing that I had to do, and boy, oh boy, did I get the worst audio I've ever seen. And Michael would agree, it was super bad. I don't know if Michael actually heard how bad the audio was.
I never heard it.
It was so crackly that the students in the course, by the way, which we're going to talk about later, so you don't want to, I don't know, who knows, something we're going to be doing that, again, you'll want to stick around for. It was so bad that I'm sure the future purchasers of this item would probably want to throw their hands up and say, Taylor, why is your audio so bad? So it was crackly, it was like poppy, it was, not snappy. I mean, really not at all. It was slow, it was laggy. So I'm like, okay, Michael, what the world are we gonna do about this? Because I need to be able to record. And yeah. So of course we have Parallels, and folks, Parallels is not the most accessible program in the world. And apparently there is a chat about tacos in the chat, and it has just been blowing up over here. So I'll try to get some of the messages, but basically the thing is that it was so like bad, and so we decided we're going to set up Parallels desktop, which is another virtualization program. Again, not the most accessible, but they do have a command line interface. In fact, we are thinking about going live on Sunday, messing around with that. So if you do want us to go live, please comment if you would like us to go live.
We are going to break all kinds of stuff.
Once I get back from this crazy family reunion I gotta go to. But anyways, that's a whole nother thought. And maybe an Apple Store trip in between there. But yeah. So either way, we were able to get it to work. We had some crazy things happen before the stream, but it so far seems to be working. I'm monitoring chats on my Windows, and I've got my Mac streaming. So
speaking of chats, what all are people saying over there?
Oh boy. Okay. So apparently we're having a conversation about tacos. I'm not sure how this all started.
Now I want tacos.
I know. Great. We're going to have to get tacos after the stream. Awesome. Okay. So Taylor, have you rolled a sanity check from AstraJeff? Well, that is why you use a tripod for those. Yes, although I have to get a tripod. And I'm not going to do it in this apartment, of course, because remember, I'm going to be moving in 2 weeks. Yay. To a bigger apartment. Because, yeah, that would be very crazy in this little apartment that I have right now. And then your own pace. Oh, I see. Your own pace starts off with, I like tacos. Your own pace, what does that have to do with anything? I mean, what the world?
Actually, you know what? Did you know they actually make selfie sticks that will, I believe they have a little motor on them, and I think they may use an app or something. I don't know what they do, but they can actually move your phone based on your facial position.
Okay, yeah. We've got more chats coming in, so they're like coming in faster than I can. Hard shell or soft shell, AstraJeff says. Hard most of the time, your own pay. I see you go for the crispy choice, AstraJeff.
Well, you know,
your own pay likes the crunch. Michael, you never shared your setup.
Well, we're getting to that. We're getting there. And you know, as far as tacos, I am not picky. Either one works. Actually, you know, Jack in the Box makes some really good tacos. Believe it or not. So today I'm on a device with a camera that's hard to beat. Speaking of, you know, that word, the iPad Pro. It's not the newest iPad Pro, which I cannot wait to be on this show because I don't have to get at weird angles and like angle my mic over here and then have my iPad over, you know, a few inches away and doing all this stuff. The camera will just kind of follow me, so I could be a little bit more proactive of how I put things. So I am ready for an M1 iPad Pro. I'm very excited about it. But until then, you know, I try to look as good as I can on this show for you guys. And, you know, there might be a microphone in the way a little bit, but at least I can know I look good, and it's good, the best image quality. You know, my Windows PC does not have a camera at all. The Mac camera is fair, much better than Taylor's Lenovo. I thought.
Oh, I think anything is better than my Lenovo.
I thought that the Mac camera was terrible, and then I saw her get on the Mac, and I was like, "Whoa, that's a big difference." So, yeah, it was night and day. So I'm using the iPad, and it just makes it very easy to set up, you know, streaming. And I do wish there was some more audio settings for microphones that you plug in, because this sounds okay, but not as good as it sounds on the computer. So it's a trade-off, right? Now, what I'd love to have is an iMac, and then I could have the good camera, the good microphone, and everybody would be happy.
Yeah.
Actually, with the Yeah, except for that. Actually, the iMac actually has pretty good studio microphones, as they call them. So I could probably be on that and also have the camera and just talk to you guys with headphones on, and that would be amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, except your wallet, Michael. Your wallet probably wouldn't be as happy.
No, the wallet would not be happy about that, but Michael really would.
Well, yeah. Yeah. Maybe when Techopolis gets big and make a bunch of
Right. Once, and once this channel starts getting bigger and bigger, it could help, fuel our tech purchases, right, Taylor?
Yep.
Kind of like, in the meantime, Taylor, why don't you go ahead and talk about your Mac problem?
Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, so about the Mac problem, actually, we've got some chat messages.
Okay, let's talk about those first.
Because we've got a bunch of people watching. We've got 5 or 6 people watching at the moment.
That's amazing. And if you guys aren't subscribed, please do so.
Yeah. All right, so let's see. They have a selfie stick that you use a Bluetooth controller to track. Ask
That's
Jeff.
neat.
Oh, Mike, so you... Mike, so you like to see through tacos?
I don't quite get that.
I'm not either. I'm not sure either, ask Jeff. Well, the other thing you could do is connect from your mobile device or connect from your other computer and use your camera as a mobile device. Wait. Use your mobile device as a camera? Whoops.
Actually, yeah, you can actually there's probably a way that you can use the iPad as a camera. For your, but the problem is I'd still be kind of at the same angle. But I've thought about using the iPad as sidecar or use the new. I have not played around with, and Taylor, I'm kind of curious. We should try this one day. Play around with what do they call it? Universal control.
Yeah.
Where you could use your iPad to control your Mac.
Yep.
That would be kind of neat. No, that's still sidecar, but the universal control is where you could use the same keyboard and mouse to control an iPad and a Mac.
Yes. So I'm sure y'all are wondering what the heck happened to my Mac, right? Because that's just a natural thing to wonder. So let's get into it. Basically, I was doing something the other day on my Mac. I don't know what I was doing. Michael, do you remember? Because we were trying to do something together.
Regular, nothing out of the norm.
I think I was sending an email, something.
Yeah, something not burdensome like running a VM.
And all of a sudden, my display just goes black, and I'm like, huh? I didn't turn the screen curtain on. I didn't have voice over screen. I'm like, oh great. So then, of course, Michael and Lauren and I got on a FaceTime call, and we tried a whole bunch of things, and we're like, wonderful. We couldn't get it to work. We had to, reset some SMC settings and the PRAM and all the fun stuff like that. We couldn't get it to work. So then I had to call Apple support. Of course, living where I am and, having a town where Apple doesn't see its importance, there's no Apple store close to me. And as a result, in order to actually fix this problem, because obviously it has to go in for service, $525 later is what Apple would charge for mail-in. Now, I called the local Apple store, which was 40 to 50 miles away, and when I called them, they said that they were going to estimate the same, even though for an in-person drop-off. So, and of course, then that means requiring time and other money, right, for travel, because of course, the city I'm in is just not important enough for an Apple store.
I remember I was at the Apple store and I asked one of the employees, I said, so would you guys ever consider opening a store at this mall, like a different one of the malls here in Austin? And, it's a bigger mall, but not in the best part of town. And I can't see facial expressions, but he paused and I'm sure he gave me this look like, are you kidding me? He's like, no.
Well... Yeah, so either way, where I live is just not important enough for Apple, which is understandable, right? So, that's kind of how that goes. Basically, the display is totally shot. It's just a black screen. Well, that's fine for me. At least I can use VoiceOver. But that could, present a problem itself. And at least my video is working as well. And so that's what happened with the Mac, everyone.
And it's interesting because the display power's on.
Yep.
The lights are on, but nobody's home, as they say. We turn the brightness all the way up to full, and you can see the backlight on, but nobody, no pixels are lighting up. So yeah, it does not look good. We've done all the troubleshooting things, and so fun times.
Yep, and we got some more chat messages. Let's see. Kano is a good app for that. So assuming like mobile device and camera stuff. Like I'm not exactly sure app for what. They said Kano is a good app for that. Iron webcam is another good choice for web camera. It's like an external web camera, I think.
Cool.
And then we got, hold on. Star shifting eye emoji. It must have been a heavy email that clogged the video cables.
That was one big attachment.
Yeah. And we've already got 2 likes on the video as well. So.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you guys so much. That really helps. So the more likes, the better. We really appreciate it. Yeah, we're we love doing this show, and we can do it without you, but we don't want to. Nope. We're talking to you, our audience. We do this because it's fun. But we hope that you like the material and join the conversation. Like we said before, part of this is to get a conversation around advanced computing and going into technology and things like that. And I want to put a shout out to our Discord, the Programming for Everyone Discord, because we had a conversation in there yesterday. Because the server had gotten a little quiet, and I was genuinely curious. So we were talking about what is the big difference between the 2 biggest programming languages out there right now, and that's 2 of the biggest, JavaScript and Python. And I raised the question, why use JavaScript over Python or Python over JavaScript? And somebody really brought up a good point. They said Python, has a lot of inroads to the C programming language and several others. So graphical user interface programming is possible with Python, whereas with JavaScript, that's not as easy to do. And that's why, even graphical desktop apps with Electron are still made with web components. So, the Python apps can take up less space, and as long as you have the libraries installed, still do the same thing. And, the problem is a lot of those UI interfaces are not accessible, but, the other interesting thing is, Python, Flask, and Django, the web servers that...
web frameworks are completely written in Python.
So, they're pretty fast as well. And it's interesting. Well, I guess basically they kind of provide a web server. They kind of work like Node.js.
Kind of, yeah. Actually, they do, but they're technically web frameworks, I guess.
Right, they are. But they use, and I wonder if they use like the twisted networking web servers.
Yeah, I think some kind of variation of that.
Yeah, and whereas Node.js, everything's in JavaScript or uses Node to make things work. And it's very interesting just to see, the differences between the two and why, obviously Python is going to be the best for ML and data sciences, machine learning and data sciences. And I guess because, Python works with like NumPy works with C and even some older languages. I don't remember which language it was, but it works with some very old computer languages to do advanced math. And you're just not going to get those frameworks with JavaScript.
Nope.
So what are your thoughts on that topic, Taylor?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree. Like I said, Python, each language has its own purpose, right? We talk about the right tool for the right job. And each language has its own purpose. And I think being able to, use the different things, like I said, Python for what it's good for, JavaScript for what it's good for, I think that's definitely the best way to go. But in terms of, the GUI apps, especially with Python, a lot of inaccessible libraries, that's where you can find those. But
And I still wonder how much of that is inaccessibility, or how much of that is, just the screen readers weren't built to work with them.
I don't know.
And I think that's kind of goes back to a big question, and how much of the responsibility of inaccessibility on websites and other places should be put on the web developer or the creator of the screen reader.
Yeah, I don't.
What are your thoughts?
It's a hard thing to say, right? Because everybody's gonna kind of shift blame. It's just kind of how the name of the game works, right? Everybody just kind of shifts, like, oh, it's actually their fault when it's their fault. Well, honestly, everyone should be trying. Like if there's a problem, everyone should be trying to fix it. It's not who can blame each other for doing it. If that makes sense,
right?
Like, everyone should be at least trying to attempt to fix the problem, no matter where it's coming from.
Right, but if a developer builds a library like for example, the Python library Tkinter is inaccessible on every platform.
Yes.
Well, it's TK, which is Toolkit, was around and was popularized with the TCL tool command language, and it was TCL TK. That's what made it very popular. Then Python kind of took with it, and you got Tkinter, or as I heard it called recently on a YouTube video, TK Enter, which is interesting. Different pronunciations of things like SQL and SQL, but it's interesting because TK has been around for a very long time, and I think it's kind of a shame that obviously, I think the reason why Mac doesn't work with it is because obviously the Mac, Apple's going to support their own UI. I don't think they really have a goal to support other libraries that are out there. And I kind of wonder if you installed a Python Tkinter app on Chrome OS, if Chromevox or Orca or whatever else would actually read that. And I'm actually going to post that in a few groups.
Orca, I don't think will.
Oh, it won't?
I've tried that before at my old job.
So Orca will not read Tkinter?
Orca will not. I'm not sure about Chromevox. If anybody knows in the chat, though, feel free to, express your thoughts. What do you all think about it? I want to hear people's thoughts about the topic. What do you guys think? But I'm for sure that Orca won't. In fact, Orca won't really work with any of the Python GUI frameworks.
Interesting.
WX kind of, but it's still a rough implementation.
Right. Well, WX is kind of a rough implementation for a lot of things.
Yep.
It's interesting that Orca won't work with those because a lot of those things run on Linux GUI elements, so that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. It has me a little bit definitely puzzled.
Yeah, and it's interesting how much of this stuff does not work. And I was kind of puzzling over while we were talking about this. I wonder if you could build a screen reader, a Python screen reader that could actually go through and as you're going through and tabbing, because I think you can add tab indexes and those kind of things. I wonder if you could add elements that would actually read, create a dedicated Python screen reader that could read those application UIs. Now that might be, it would be self-voicing like every other terrible, no good Apple TV app or Amazon app
right,
that would be self-voicing.
Right, then you're almost looking like the Java Access Bridge, and you know how that works.
Right, yeah. But
Java access flops sometimes.
that's the only until screen readers can access some of those libraries.
Yeah.
And OCR and like screen recognition on iOS, if they could bring that to the Mac and other things, that may allow for it too. But it just seems like right now it's not really a good option. And WX Python is an okay interface, but it just looks outdated. It really does.
Yeah.
I guess on the Mac it's not as much because it's using built-in UI, but when you're on Windows and you have how many flavors of Windows UI these days? WinForms, WPF,
PWAs.
PWAs, UWPs.
WinUI.
WinUI is kind of a combination. It's like, oh my gosh, which one do we use and why and when and how?
And maybe Flutter. If they really want to do a Windows native app. There's just too many of them.
Right. So, it's getting to a point where, there's so many different UI types, and I think the web is going to rule Windows. I think eventually PWAs, progressive web applications, are just going to rule Windows, and I think that's the way Microsoft wants to go with it, because they could say, well, all of our old apps will be supported, but hey, why don't you just write a Node.js app?
That's fine, as long as it's accessible.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
As long as it's accessible, I don't see a problem. But again, what do you guys think about this? Chat, it's been pretty quiet. So what do you guys think about this?
Yeah, let's hold up for a chat break. Let's see if anybody has anything to say on the topic. How many viewers do we have, Taylor?
Right now we've got 3.
Well, we're glad to have you.
Michael, oh my gosh, hold on. I'm getting... Oh my gosh, all the chats are coming in at once and they're all reading. Oh my. Oh, okay, hold on, y'all. I need to... Sorry, guys. Chat was literally reading like 5 chat messages in a row. Okay, so here we go. Acid Jeff says, can we not combine them into a Python script, a fusion of Python and JavaScript?
I wish.
Your own pace has got to go. Gonna eat some tacos. Acid Jeff says, let the taco hunt go for gold. And then Acid Jeff says, we're having a blast. We can't stop talking. And then, well, your solution to the question of responsibility should be build the screen reader to read element in a what you see is what you get mode, and then expand it into a code mode. Acid Jeff says, not qualified to speak about the technical, but I can speak on development idea on how to implement a solution. And yeah, we're having a blast. We can't stop talking. And yeah, we've got 3 viewers so far. So yeah, again, if you haven't said anything yet, feel free. Just say hi. Even if you're a little bit confused about what we're talking about, that could be very possible.
Yeah, and if you want clarification, just say hey.
Yeah, because we're more than willing to explain ourselves. Because we want to know our audience, right? We don't know who's watching.
Right. And we do this because we enjoy it. So we hope, our goal is to get folks that are, interested in getting started, and hopefully we can get people interested in this. So, we have fun doing this show. This is we come on stream to talk to you guys. And, I think it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. And we haven't gotten any more subscribers yet, so I'm sure some of you guys are not subscribed. So I would go ahead and do that, because that way you can get notified. Yeah,
let's get us up to 20. That's a good milestone, I think. We have, 4 episodes of this show now. The first one was not aired on this channel, but, it is out there on the iAccessibility channel. So go check that out if you haven't heard it. And I think I love doing this show. This is a lot of fun. And,
yes.
We're going to do the purpose of this channel is to show off cool stuff. as far as technology. So it won't just be this show. We'll have, we'll have shows talking about gaming. We'll have shows talking about photography. We'll have shows talking about, doing cool things on a tablet, like I am with this one. We'll talk about setting up Raspberry Pis to do cool things. Like I think one of the coolest implementations of that is using a Raspberry Pi for a braille display, even if it's loud, the Canute.
Yes. And Ask Jeff just started. I guess we're doing a roll call. Ask Jeff just said. Hey, chat, they're asking for a roll call. Ask Jeff is here, so who else is here with me? All right, well, hey, you know what, y'all? I guess it's roll call time. So,
if you want to.
If you want to.
We're not going to make you say who you are, but hey, you know what? Yeah. If you do, we'll recognize you, and and the cool thing is we're even going to have guests on. So sometimes it won't just be us two. We will have others to come and talk with us about different topics, and I think it'll be fun. And I want to know what kind of topics people want us to talk about. Actually, I think that would be very interesting. And we're going to talk about some really neat automations as well. We've been playing a little bit more with Integromat, and it's still amazing. We found some problems, with some more accessibility issues, but we've been able to work through them. And we tried to set up an automation to move Google Dropbox stuff to Google Drive. But why don't you tell our audience, Taylor, what you are using to do that very thing?
Yeah, so there's a program called Hazel, and we're using Hazel to move to monitor Dropbox folders for my clients, and then whenever there's new stuff, it will move it to Google Drive, or it will copy it to Google Drive rather, and then it will replace the old stuff that was in Google Drive with the new stuff that was in Dropbox.
Yep, and so this is a Mac-only program.
Yes.
Sorry, Windows users.
There's just no equivalent.
There might be an equivalent, but I think it would be more difficult to set up. Yeah.
It would be.
And did you have SetApp the last time we did this show?
No, I didn't. I did not have SetApp.
So why don't you talk about that, like what you're using with that?
So SetApp, for those who don't know, is what do we want to call it? Like a Mac
Netflix
app?
For Mac apps.
Okay, that works. And basically there's a ton of different apps in here, and you pay like one flat fee per month. Right, Michael? Yeah.
Yep.
And you can get access to all these apps. You literally just download them and you get them with your subscription. So a couple of my favorites are Mars Edit, which I'm starting to use for our WordPress posts. So you probably saw our Facebook and Twitter messages or posts rather. All of those were done using SetApp, the Mars Edit program in there, where I can literally post from Mars Edit to my WordPress blogs, and it will literally go out, and then Jetpack will fire and send out a tweet, and it's pretty awesome. And then there's also another one in there called let's see, what other ones are we using, Michael? Clean My Mac. Yep. Let's see, what other ones are we using?
Virtual Host X is a cool one we haven't been using yet, but it's a way to create developer environments and virtual hosts. You can almost do like a cPanel kind of thing with virtual hosts.
Okay, so we've got some chat. So, Astro says, well, I guess I'm the man in the cave with shadows as companions. Your Own Pace says File Juggler is a companion for Windows, but not as accessible.
Oh, interesting.
Oh no, my fellow shadows are going away. Quick, put more tinder in the fire, says Astro Jeff. Well, what I would say is if you're interested, then feel free to share it with your friends. Don't be, if you want more people to come, you can always retweet our tweets and use our new hashtag, Techopolis Live.
That we might set up an Integromat for to see if people actually retweet. I think we can actually do that. I know there's Zap actions to do that, but I don't know if they have that on Integromat, but we need to find that out.
Ignore my message. What the world, y'all? Okay, hold on. Ignore my message about the webinar. Oh, I don't know what you're talking about, your own pay. But the taco eater is still here.
I really want tacos now.
Oh my god, yo, why are you gonna make us get tacos? Oh, your own pay was the great taco hunt completed? According to Astrof? Like,
So
okay.
there is a song that Jason told me about, and because of so much talk of tacos, there is a song called "It's Raining Tacos," and it's funny. I don't know if the whole point of the song, but it's hilarious, and it will get stuck in your head. So just letting you know now.
Okay.
Anyway,
let's move on, Michael.
yes, let's do.
And I don't even know what we were talking about. So
we were talking about automations and
well, we were, yes.
Hazel, and we were talking about Integromat.
We could always also set up an IFTTT as well.
Yes, we could.
We've been using that as well. We've got a new one that will, I'm sure you've seen our myriad of tweets, and every time we like a YouTube video,
yep.
Every time send out a tweet.
Every time we like a YouTube video, it will send out a tweet.
Yep.
And I watch a lot of YouTube, so I'm sorry. I also apparently like to post hundreds of tweets at one time.
Oh, do you want to talk about that, Michael?
Yeah, I'll talk about that. Okay. So, we got a new. We love the Pinecast service for hosting our IAcast podcasts, and Taylor, you use it and you use it for your clients, right?
Yeah, all my clients are on Pinecast. I highly recommend it, and thank you. Yeah, somebody else just used my Pinecast link. So I've got about $20 or $30 of credit in my Pinecast account.
Nice.
So thank you to whoever just used my Pinecast link, but it's awesome. I recommend it. That's the only host that I recommend.
So we have several podcasts on there. IAcast, Hands on Safety, a Gamecast, programming podcast, which is about to be renamed and redone to this podcast. And yeah, I actually do. I am thinking about moving these into podcast form. So announcement there. So be looking for that.
But
go ahead.
Oh, Michael is the fastest Twitter user in his local group.
Yeah. So what happened was I apparently I was trying to use the Pinecast plugin to import recent posts.
Yep.
Well, I don't know if there's a bug in the plugin or what happened, but whenever I did an import, it did not do 60 days. It did all the podcast episodes. It was pretty crazy. So nearly 200 or over 200 items went into the WordPress website, which I'm having to still clean out, and posted all of them to my personal and to the iAccessibility One Twitter accounts. Awesome.
Yeah. We were getting tweet notifications for
5 or 10 minutes or longer, and everybody on their Twitter, everybody on their Twitter was like, "I can't use my phone thanks to you."
And keep in mind, also, this is at another time when, well, let's just say we had some Google Chrome fun as well. We had to do some stuff, and let's just say Michael and we had some data get totally messed up, and my location got screwed up, and everything basically freaked out and said, "New sign-in from Austin, Texas," when clearly I'm not even there. So, like, Google and everything was freaking out because we had some merging. Oh my gosh, we had a whole bunch of fun, didn't we, Michael, with Google accounts?
Oh yeah, it was a little interesting. So, you never know what's going to happen. You never know. But, trial and error is the only way to sometimes figure out these tech issues. I remember when I was young, like 15, maybe younger, I got my first computer, and, I somehow managed to format the C drive and then had to go and buy new copies of Windows 98. Yes, I dated myself. Windows 98, folks. Windows 98.
That's crazy.
Yep. It was, back when, we had Windows 98, we had, you still had a lot of use of DOS and things like that. So, Now everything's in a command line, and you just can't really easily get to DOS. There's still a Windows UI component, even like Windows Server 2019 or 20H2, whatever it was, Core had a command prompt in a window. So yeah, it's pretty crazy.
That's nuts. That is.
So you never know, like, what problems you're going to have.
Okay. Yeah, you never know. And with that being said, we've got a lot of chat messages. So
all right,
let's just pause this train for a second. Okay. Oh my. All right. I love when the Google. I'm using a Google Chrome extension for TTS. So let's see. All right. So as Jeff says, welcome to the chat, new person who is sharing the stream with me. Greg Watcher says, that's why I have nearly 200 messages in my inbox. LOL. Well, I did that in DOS 4.1 or so, asked Jeff. And those are some of our chat messages. And yeah, we got 3 people watching at the moment, so awesome. If you haven't liked it, feel free to do that as well and subscribe.
Yes, make sure to subscribe to the channel.
Yeah. And turn your notifications on so that way you know when we go live. We're going to try to go live every Wednesday. We don't know what time because we never know what kind of issues we're going to have. So
and it also depends on what device we're, we never know what device we're going to be on. I'm on an iPad. I was on a Mac last week, so you never know.
Yeah, so you may just want to subscribe.
I might be on an iPhone walking down the street. No.
Oh, Michael. Oh, what am I going to do with you? Or who knows? Maybe, like I said, I think I got to come to Austin in a few months. So who knows? We may be doing a stream in person. You just never know. So yeah, you just may want to subscribe.
Yeah, you never know what kind of, tech stuff we'll talk about or do. The only thing, there's channels where they do all kinds of crazy stuff, but we will not, set anything on fire or make anything explode. So if you're looking for that, this is not the channel for you.
Yep. Nope, not the channel.
Although, the closest thing I've ever had to that happen in my life was I had a CD drive that I ejected that kind of did had the CD go off the magnet and it kind of wrecked the drive. So it was kind of a loud thing. And
well, yeah, I had an old school computer that had sparks flying. Okay, so I can see that Mike is gonna roll the wheel of devices to see how he's gonna stream this week, according to Ask.
Hey, that sounds kind of fun. Stream from my Pixel. Don't tempt me.
No. Nope. That's not gonna happen. Do you want? You know what? Actually, here, chat. Do you want Mike to stream from his Pixel next week?
I didn't say next week, but I said I'd do it.
Oh, you're okay. Are you serious? Maybe I'll do a live stream while eating tacos? Oh my god.
Nope. I won't do that. I will not eat on stream. We could put a picture of Michael eating on stream, though.
Acidef says, I thought you already did some blowing up of our inboxes when you tweeted all those tweets. Oh my god, y'all.
Well, that was kind of explosive digitally, but,
Yeah. And we got a whole bunch of messages, and we got a whole bunch of people talking. And keep in mind, all these things also went to Facebook. But how many views did we get because of that, Michael? On that
we
website?
Actually got quite a few, and actually I got a Twitter follower from somebody that said, "Hey, I just put out an update for this game that you guys reviewed a long time ago." I'm like, "Wow, at least that got some attention."
Not all bad, but still, just
right. And it's very interesting, just looking at how accidents can actually help, your business.
Okay, so Acidof says we want to see pixelated Mike.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Michael, oops, hold on.
Go ahead.
Okay, sorry. No, we've got chat messages like blowing up, so my thing can't keep up with it. Okay, so Jason says.
Oh no, it's that Jason guy.
I know. Michael, don't say the P word. My little ears! ! Yes.
I'm so glad we have such an active chat tonight. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh yeah, it's awesome, y'all. Like I said, my TTS literally is like trying to like kill itself at the moment. I might have to ask Chris for better solutions to this keep so, but it's awesome. So keep it up, y'all. If you again use the Techopolis Live hashtag, and yeah, we're gonna start using it as well. So use the hashtag, and we'll see what we get out of it. And we've got 5 people watching at the moment.
Excellent. Thank you guys so much for being here. And like we said earlier, we are going to be streaming this weekend, playing around with the Parallels command line tools. And if that sounds boring to you, I'm sorry. But
it shouldn't be, because if you want to run Windows on your Mac and you are a screen reader user and you're sick of VMware Fusion's crummy audio, well, then I think you might want to listen to this.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just saying. Because right now, y'all, my audio is perfect. In fact, I could share a screen. I could do a demo. In fact. Y'all, what is up with this taco chat? Okay, your own paces. Hey, Jason, do you like crunchy or soft tacos?
I'm going to have to find a thumbnail of tacos for this episode.
Yeah. Oh my god. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Michael. All right. We've got a ton of chat messages. Oh my gosh. Hey, Jason, soft, crunchy or soft tacos? That's a subtext conversation going on today. And then Aster Jeff says, Taylor's TTS is ready to commit sepulchral death because it cannot keep up with a smiley face emoji. Yeah.
Wow.
But keep it up, y'all. Keep it up.
Yeah. Just keep up the chats. This is awesome. I love this.
And I'm glad we're not having the. But yeah, no. If anybody put in the chat if you want me to do a screen share demo of how awesome my audio sounds on Parallels, because I will do that live. So if anybody wants it, say so, and I will do a demo. And
and at least we don't have the construction crews trying to sound like they're trying to drill through your apartment.
Huh? What? Wait, I was hearing tacos and apartments in the same sentence.
I said at least we don't have on stream today your construction crews outside trying to drill through your apartment.
Huh, Michael? Oh my gosh.
Too much chat?
No, now you're breaking up. Repeat that again? Something about my apartment.
I said at least you don't have your construction crews trying to drill through your apartment.
That would be helpful. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, sorry, y'all. Okay, so let's see. We've got 4 more chat messages. So we've got. Let's see. Okay. Well, you're talking about the best of the best, so it's not the best of the best tacos? Talk?
No. Although, what are the best of the best tacos?
I don't know.
Put that
your
in
own
chat.
faces. I'm sorry. Are my tacos distracting you? No. This is awesome. I'm just saying that my and again, keep in mind I'm doing this on the VM, and I'm glad I'm not using VMware Fusion. Oh my. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. Jason Earl says soft lettuce, shell, meat, cheese, and more meat and cheese.
I really want tacos now.
I know. Are those football shoes?
All I can say to Jason is I might go get Chipotle because you guys are talking about tacos tomorrow.
No, we got more chat messages, Michael.
All right.
Greg Rogers says no tacos for you! ! Not sure who he's referring to there, but yeah, not sure who he's saying no tacos for, but Taco Palenque. Okay, I'd have to say. And again, TTS is probably butchering Spanish pronunciations.
So.
Yeah, Jason, I pictured you as a soft taco kind of guy.
I am so glad you guys are all here. This is really amazing.
Yeah.
There's a critter that is making all kinds of racket outside my apartment.
no.
It's like,
So yeah, no, there are no construction crews trying to get through my apartment today, which is great. At least as of yet. Although I shouldn't open my mouth. But
right, they could come in late and start working. They've actually been doing construction here too, because of all the damage. So it's kind of interesting. So next week, Taylor, let's actually get back on a interesting discussion topic. Next week, I believe on Monday, we have a nice surprise from Microsoft coming.
we do. Windows 365.
Yes.
And I'm super excited.
I'm excited too. And I don't remember what the plans you'll have to have are, but I'm really excited to try this. And what are you hoping to get out of it?
Well, I'm hoping to have, again, I like this virtual machine, right? But I'm hoping to have a cloud workstation that I can use for Windows tasks. Right, something in the cloud that I could log in on any device I need to and do my work. Right, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, and it's going to be one of those situations where we have to have Office. You have to have Office currently, but if the minute that they drop the need to have Office, and you could just have a personal account, which they said is coming. I will be switching to that as well because I think that will be great.
I think so as well. Yeah, okay. So again, I think we did get some requests to do a Parallels audio demo. So
all right, go ahead and fire that up. And
all right, y'all. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a Parallels audio demo. So I'm gonna show you how this works. And FYI, your chat messages are gonna be coming through stream. So if you want the whole world to hear the taco discussion, which is cool, I just wanted to let you know that these will be coming through when we're gonna do a demo. Michael, you have to give me screen sharing permissions. But what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be showing you how awesome my audio is using the Parallels VM versus VMware Fusion. And you can already see how VMware Fusion works if you go to the Taylor's Tech Talk stream from last night. So I'm not going to be repeating that kind of pity. But I'm going to show you the difference between Parallels and I'm going to show you how Parallels compares to VMware Fusion. So if y'all are ready, let's go ahead and do that. Michael, did you give me screen sharing permissions?
I'm working on figuring out where it is in the app.
Security.
Yeah, I knew it was security. I just didn't know where security was.
All right, I think we're ready. So I'm going to share my sound.
Sushi 2. Have not had it in a long
share
time.
toolbar window. System dialog. Mute button.
All right.
Zoom.us has new system
Can you all
dialog.
hear my
Zoom.us
voiceover?
has new system dialog.
Yes.
Okay, so here's how this works. So I'm going to be going to my Parallels. So basically what it is Parallels is going to open up two windows. It's going to open up a main Parallels window, which is not accessible. And then it's going to open up a window with the VM name that you have, right? So for example, mine is literally called Windows. And I actually did that on the command line. I created it on the command line. But I'm going to open up my Windows VM, and it's in my command
Jason
tab.
Earls, what I hear is VMware Fusion is a stale taco.
What I hear is VMware Fusion is a stale taco.
A soft warp claw, the shield icon on the bottom on your screen.
The shield
Yeah,
icon.
it's not on the bottom. It's on iOS. It is in the More area.
Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to go ahead and we're going to show you how this works. So I'm going to go to my command tab order.
Parallels desktop.
Remember, that's the inaccessible window, so don't go there.
Windows. Parallel now in Windows.
And we have the numlock bug, as I call it, where it just reads numlock on, numlock off. It's funny because this laptop doesn't even have a numlock. So if anybody can explain that, that'd be hilarious.
Bullet started streaming 8 minutes ago.
But let me just show you what happens.
Folder view
And you
Google
notice...
A
Title
solid
message.
warp
Windows.
claw, sounds about right.
Sounds about right. But I still have voiceover on, right? And I literally just did Windows D to get to my desktop. I'm going to turn off voiceover so you can hear the full effect of the audio. And hopefully TTS would be quiet for just a second so you guys can hear how fast and responsive this is. And that way you guys can see how nice this is to work with. I'm going to turn off my voiceover by pressing Command Option F5. Maybe.
Voiceover off.
And I'm going to do Windows D.
1. Techopolis Live Episode 4. The best of the best YouTube Google Chrome Taylor. 1. Techopolis Live Folder View List. Google Chrome checkbox check 4 of 13.
Doesn't that sound like pure awesome audio? And then if I go up arrow. Oh, I can't go up arrow anymore.
Recycle bin check. YouTube chat and VL. WinSC Fire Visuals. Studio
See how
Chrome checkbox
fast
check
that
8 of
is? And
13.
you see how nice that audio sounds? How does that sound to y'all? Doesn't that sound great?
Yeah, and if you compare this with what you had last night, it is
Yeah.
a very vast difference because
Yes.
you're able to do this, with Parallels, and there is a lot of accessibility problems with Parallels, but you
yes.
can get it set up, and they have if you're okay with using the terminal, they have commands to do everything. It is extensive and a little bit nuts on how many things that they let you do.
Yes. Although we were in a little bit of a time crunch, but that's because I had to try to get ready for a training with a client, and I didn't really have a system. So we were kind of in a time crunch, but we're going to show you an accessible way to do it. There are 3 utilities.
A Saviv Warp Claw. It sounds like a wonderful date with Mr. Hawkins.
Sounds like a wonderful date with Mr. Hawkins.
The eloquence.
I see. So it's like I said, it's pretty awesome because it's a vast difference from what you guys heard last night if you watched that stream. And if you didn't, feel free. We did a hardcore review of the Equalized Digital Accessibility plugin. Mike, are you laughing?
No.
Oh.
And that's on the Taylor's
Tech Talks.
channel. And I thought it was I was part of that, and it was a great review of that plugin.
Yeah. So you hear how this is really nice. I'm going to actually stop sharing my screen, but you guys can kind of hear how nice this audio sounds, right? It's very fast. This is again, there's a lot of accessibility problems, but I think that we can find a way to try to make this at least usable. What I would probably say, though, is have Ira help you at least start the trial, right? So you maybe need to do a 5-minute free call with her, be like, hey, can you just start this trial? And then from there, I think that you'll be able to do everything yourself, hopefully. That's what our goal is, right? But it's just the beginning stages where you have to actually start a trial and all that fun stuff. That can be a little bit dicey. Do you agree, Michael?
Indeed. Yep.
So I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing the screen, and then we'll review some chat messages.
Numlock off. Numlock off.
And I'm going to do Alt-Tab. So actually, I'm going to do Command-Tab. Sorry.
Start button.
Hold on.
Voiceover on Parallels Desktop. Windows. Zoom.us.
So Command-Tab will go between my Mac.
A Saviv Warp Claw. Go ahead and check it out. I watched it and might be good to see.
Oh, SJeff just said check out the Taylor's Tech Talk stream. Cool.
Yep. It was great.
But Command-Tab will move to my Mac from Parallels, right? Alt-Tab will move between the Windows and the Windows machine. So Command-Tab will move to your Mac. Alt-Tab will move to your Windows. Right? Through your Windows, on your Windows. Wow. Okay. Anyways.
Audio sub
Let me
mute
figure out how to
button.
stop
Mute
sharing my
button.
screen. All right,
There
my
we
sharing.
go. It's off.
Okay, hold on. We've got a ton of messages. So,
I haven't heard any since we were on, anything else since.
no, there's been 2 more.
Oh, okay. Excellent.
So, let's see. Let me go ahead and, whoops. So, let's see. We've got, all right. Let's see. A bunch of stuff about tacos. We got like 20 messages. I went to a good place called Tsubasa, and they had a good roll called the Texas roll. I like sushi too, and have not had it in a long time. Okay. Sounds about right, SJeff. Sounds like a wonderful day, Mr. Hawkins. Go ahead and, okay. Okay, we've got more, Michael.
Excellent.
Wrong TTS. Actually, his system used Deck Talk, and Taylor used Eloquence. I feel it's a little bit more natural. Yes, Jason, I agree. Jason Earls, it's the spirit of the thought, according to my friends. Yeah, that's what we got.
I feel like Stephen Hawking actually used a version of Eloquence on his later, but I guess it was Deck Talk.
I
Have to go back and watch Big Bang Theory again. I do have all 12 seasons, so you know.
Well, maybe that's something you could do while although you're going to have a lot to do this weekend, but.
Yep. Well, I couldn't watch all 12 seasons in that amount of time.
No.
There are a lot of episodes per season, and yeah.
Yeah, no.
So, yeah, thank you guys for chatting. It's really awesome. So Taylor did talk about a surprise kind of thing that we were going to talk about later on today, and so we'll go ahead and do that. We are going to be getting some tables at conventions, the blindness conventions coming up, and we're going to be teaching courses, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So
I'm
what
doing
are
a
you?
WordPress course, and I'm going to be showing you all the fundamentals that you will need to start your own website. Whether you want to do like a business website, if you've always had a company idea, or you have a personal website, you want to show off your stuff, this course will be right for you. We're going to obviously cover it from an accessibility perspective, and it's going to be pretty awesome.
Yep, and I'll be doing some courses on development with Swift UI and some other topics, but starting with the Swift UI course, and we're going to go from there. So we're very excited, and we hope to see you guys at national conventions next summer.
In state conventions.
As well, yeah.
Yeah.
So be on the lookout for that, and that will be posted at our new website once it's finished at techopolis.online.
Yes, and obviously Taylor Access as well. So Taylor Access is my company site, and be looking out for that as well.
And we're also going to be, looking out for what kind of content you want to see us do.
Yes.
So pricing will vary on different courses, and we're open for suggestions from the community.
Yep.
Another thing that I want to talk to everybody about is we're actually going to be creating the Techopolis Online Solutions business officially here pretty soon.
We are.
And I'm going to be using a system called Stripe Atlas. Stripe Atlas is a way of making your business through Stripe, who is known as the credit card processing company that a lot of people use on their website. And they have a way to create your business. And what I love is that they actually walk you through the process and talk about, this is a kind of corporation, C corporation is used for this, LLC is used for this. And I love that. Like, just the language that they use is amazing on their website. So we will be talking about on Techopolis Live. I'll be kind of talking about that process, how that is in creating a business and running a business using Stripe Atlas. And I'm super excited about it because it's a way to create a business through technology. And I love anything that has that in its spirit. So, yeah,
be on the lookout for that as well.
I also want to share some really cool resources online. If you're as into technology as I am, and you love humor as much as I do, I want to share a person on Twitter, and that's on YouTube. And I believe, I don't remember her YouTube channel, but on Twitter, you can find her YouTube channel from her Twitter. She goes by the @ Carla, Carla, not a robot. And she is hilarious. She puts these hilarious technology-based jokes on her Twitter, and they are, she hasn't posted in a while, and she just started posting again recently, and I'm so glad to see her tweets because they make me laugh so much. So, she also has a YouTube channel talking about how she is a software developer and does some of the things she does, and has some really amazing tutorials as well if you're trying to get started with programming Python and a lot of other things. So highly recommend her channel. Really cool stuff. And she makes her videos hilarious as well. Another channel that I highly recommend for getting into technology and kind of learning what these topics are is look up Fireship on YouTube. And they have a lot of these whatever item here in 100 seconds. And these videos are great for getting an overview of what these things are so you can get started with them. Taylor, what are your thoughts on these resources?
Okay. I really love all these things. Like I said, all these resources, and we're gonna, Michael. We should also talk about Descript. We've talked about it a little bit, but we should talk about it again.
We did a demo of it.
We did, but I think we need to talk about it again since we actually are trying the pro version.
Right.
But in terms of, the reason I brought this up is we're sharing a lot of stuff. I'm thinking about we should put this thing through the script and come up with like a recap.
That'd be kind of neat.
So, anyways, I'm just going off of. Anyways, it's gonna start storming here pretty quick. So if you guys hear thunder, I just got a notification. There's lightning detected within 15 miles. So, I love all those resources. And like I said, followed all of them. And I also have some YouTube channels and stuff that I like. If you're doing web development, Traversy Media is really awesome. He does some awesome content as well. So check him out as well. And Free Code Camp has just a ton of stuff on their channel. So does Code Academy. And we also have the chapter as well for accessible coders. So check that out as well. And yeah, we just have a lot of cool resources if you're interested in tech. Any other thoughts, Michael? We got some chat messages.
Let's go through those, and I think we could probably go ahead and wrap up.
Yeah, well, we'll talk about Descript, and then we'll wrap up.
Yep.
Okay, so now we want to review that show and how geek culture relates to today, according to Ask Jeff. You should hold contests. NFTs, no. Non-fundable tokens, no. Nicely fried tacos. Yes, and the first NFT should be the Pinecast Cascade by Mike. Yeah. Yeah, I know. So those are the chat messages. Do we want to talk about Descript, Michael?
Yeah, let's talk about that. So we got another, I got a trial of Descript, and we went with the pro version this time.
Yes, and it's awesome.
And we have a lot of findings about this that are very interesting. For one, do not try to use it on the Mac. It is not going to work well for you.
No.
I think we're going to reach out to the developers and see if they can make it a little more accessible. But the good thing is, I could use it on Mac. Taylor can use it on Windows. And
I'm wondering how much better it will do on Parallels versus VMware Fusion.
You have no idea. You have no idea.
Oh.
Your performance is going to be several times faster than what it was in VMware.
And obviously, we have to go through the Google. The other thing is that we use our Google account, right? Because you can log in with Google and you can log in with different options. So we'll be going through Google account chaos again. But, it's always worth it.
So it's a very cool program. So I highly recommend using it. And the pro features gives you more audio editing capabilities and
removing all your filler words.
Right, and 30 hours of transcription a month.
Per month.
That's insane. It is. It's really nice. And you can do screen recordings for free, and it's just fantastic. So highly recommend this program.
If you're using a screen reader, screen recordings are difficult because you can't find the stop button. I found that out today. Not very easily. So keep that in mind as well.
Yep. Keep all those things in mind, but ultimately a cool program. And
it is. The
nice thing is if you do use the screen recordings through them, you don't have a Zoom logo at the bottom right.
That is nice.
But
you may have a Descript watermark. I'm not sure though.
No. On the pro plan, you will not.
Right. The only bad thing is that you can't stop them with screen readers. So they literally just are unstoppable. Which is...
Unless you do, some other workarounds, which I'm sure we can play with. I'm sure we could figure out.
Yeah, I'm sure we can find some.
Yep.
Ashdef says use shortcut keys. Yeah, it's funny because the shortcut keys didn't even work. So, yeah. We have that as well.
And, sometimes the other problem is sometimes the VM keystrokes may conflict with the shortcut key, so you never really know.
Yeah, you don't.
So, yeah. I think
you can also paste in links, right, Michael, and then it'll automatically transcribe?
Yes, it will actually work with Zoom recording links. So I'm wondering how that works.
Wouldn't it work with YouTube as well?
I think so. I didn't see that in this. I think I saw that in the settings, actually, now that
so
you
it'd be
mentioned
interesting to see once because again, there's a lot of resources, right? So it'd be interesting if we transcribe this the stream, how we get all the resources out of there,
Right.
and how that would work using the link and not having to upload a file. That'd be pretty cool.
Agreed. It would be pretty nice.
Then report it to program or fix your program. That's what Astro says.
Mm-hmm. One of the other things that, going back to the theme of best of the best, I've been slowly moving all of my data to Google Drive, and I have to say I'm really loving that. I'm loving shared drives. I'm loving how it works. And I don't know if this was recent, but I couldn't do it at least a month ago. I am now signed in on both my personal and my workspace Google Drive account on my Mac, and it shows both of those in my Finder sidebar. That is fantastic. I can view all of those things. It's all there, and I don't have, if you use Google Drive for desktop, you don't have to have them sync to your computer. I think Google Drive is one of the best cloud storage mechanisms that's out there. And I just switched my Updraft Plus backup system over to Google Drive. So all of that stuff is now managed through Google Drive.
Yep.
It's really incredible.
It sure is.
Well, Taylor, do we have any more chat messages, or do you think we're about ready to wrap up today?
I don't think we have any more.
All right. Well, this has been a great show. Thank you so much for everybody that's been in the chat. It's been incredible. I've never been on a stream where we've had so much chat. And I'm actually going to be playing around with, I might start up a private stream. We never think about making streams private when we do these to do tests. That would be helpful.
No, we don't. We probably should.
Yeah.
What are you going to play with?
I'm going to play with some speech chat options so that we can see if we can improve on that. That's actually a plan of mine for this week into this weekend. So that, and especially getting something for iOS, that would be amazing.
Yeah. And it'd be nice if we could both hear the chat messages,
yeah,
then trying to read them out. I mean, obviously, but we have to care, obviously, on air, but it'd be nice because that way we both can respond to them.
Exactly. And we're going to work on that, and I think it's going to be great.
Yeah.
So you can find us online here on the channel. Please subscribe, please like. We really appreciate that. And tell your friends. Let's make this channel where you can search for it and Google will show results, because the algorithm has not deemed us important enough for that yet. We want to be able to, we hope our show is entertaining and fun, and we will, we're consistent. We have not missed a week. So yay. I love this thing. I love this show. So
I have
fun.
So much fun with this.
Yep. And of course we'll be back next week. Don't know what time, but we will be here. And
that's why you probably should subscribe and turn on your notifications so you know when we go live.
Exactly. But at least we'll be here Wednesday evenings. So please subscribe. And Taylor, give some contact info. Where can people find you?
Yeah, so if you like hearing about what I do, Taylor's Tech Talks is my YouTube channel. Check it out. We've got some live streams over there as well. Also, if you want to support what I do, you can become a member on Patreon, where you get some awesome benefits. So patreon.com/Taylor's Tech Talks or taylorstechtalks.com. And you can look at my company website. So if you're interested in accessibility auditing, or you're wanting some websites built, or you just kind of want someone that you can talk to, maybe you're interested in some training, TaylorAccess.com is going to be the place where you could go. Taylor_Ernst22 on Twitter, and Taylor's Accessibility Services LLC on Facebook.
All right. And you could find me, Michael Dowies, on Twitter at Mike Dowies. We have our Techopolis Twitter account at TechopolisOS. We're all over the web. You know what? I'm actually going, after this, I'm going to see if techopolisos.com is actually available, because that would be pretty awesome, because that would be short. And then that would be 3 domains I'd have for Techopolis.
Man, Michael.
I know. But hey, the shorter, the better. People don't want to remember long domain names. Techopolis.online is long. Techopolisonline.com is long. I sure didn't want to get techopolisonlinesolutions.com. That would take forever to type in. So, I'm looking at ways to shorten that so that people finding the company can find it easily. And Techopolis OS just sounds really techy and cool. I love it.
Yep.
That's our Twitter. So, it makes sense. We're going to create a Facebook page and a group to talk for people to talk developer stuff. It's going to be great. And it's going to be really neat. Eventually, we may, even expand into some Discord stuff as well.
Yes.
So, really exciting. So, we're going to be really expanding this company's social presence. So, be on the lookout for that. And we want this to be a way for people to come together to talk about anything tech and to celebrate what it is to be tech enthusiasts and technologists. So, I want to thank everybody for being here. I want to thank all of our people in the chat, and I'm glad Taylor came on again to hang out, and she hasn't gotten tired of being on here yet, right?
Nope, and I don't think I will.
Yep. So it's awesome.
I love it. I have so much
have a
fun.
lot of fun. Yeah. All right, folks. So that's going to do it for this stream. We're going to see you next time, and I'm going to go try to find some tacos.
I'm gonna try to too, as long as DoorDash doesn't dash away.
Or get blown away by your bad weather. So,
Oh,
And with that, we are out. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Hit the wrong button.